are rating King of the Streets. If you getting here for the first time and never seeing how we do this ranking system, as you see on the left side here, these are the things that we're ranking, and we are treating this almost as if we are back in the day, in the year of our Lord 1998 through 2004, when the arcade was alive and well, and the time of when we were sitting down on our couches and playing fighting games. And we go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or the place of your choice, and you just go home and you just sit down, watch the intro, and get hyped for the video game that you're getting ready to play, the fighting game that you're getting ready to play. That's where we're at right now, and that's how we're gonna rate this game. But overall, I think this game, it was a pretty fun play, but we have to be unbiased in the way that we rate this game. And that's the part that everybody is gonna be mad at me about, is rating this game, and while rating this game, being unbiased and just keeping it real. When keeping it real goes wrong, that's probably what's gonna happen here. So let's start from the top. This game did not have an intro. It had a little intro screen that it welcomed us to, but it did not have a traditional intro. I'm really big on that. That's one of the things that I really lean towards when I'm playing a fighting game. And you know, when you're in the arcade back in the day, that's kind of the thing that drew you in. Or for that matter, when you're playing at home, you didn't just immediately go in and play the game. You watched the intro and then you hit start, right? So that's a character select screen. Now, the character select screen is pretty basic, but it makes sense, right? I don't think I get a good look at who I'm actually choosing and using, but generally you can tell what's going on with each character when you're picking it. It's very dignity of simplicity when it comes to that character select screen. I think it's worth an 11. I think it's definitely worth an 11 for that screen there. Character viability, there's a total of 12 characters. We didn't get an opportunity to play all 12 characters. You start off at 6, and then you have to unlock the rest of the 6 with each and every one of the characters there. So there's a total of 12 characters, and each one of them play very, very differently. The first 6 play very, very differently. It's not a whole bunch of Shoto swap. It's not like Street Fighter where you have Ken, Dan, Ryu, Sakura, Akuma, insert Shoto here. They don't do that over and over again, and it doesn't seem like once you unlock the other characters, they do the exact same thing as another character. I think that's a cool aspect of this game. I think I'm willing to give it somewhat of a high score. Let's give that. I'm willing to give that let's give that a 16. I think that's pretty daggone fair. Character design. Now, this is where we'll start arguing, right? And you guys can argue in the comments below. The character design. Man, the character design is ugly. It is what it is. It's very 1997, early 2000s, in between that range, right there. Very CM Punk. Very, you know, I'm trying to be a cool kid in high school 2000s type thing. I didn't necessarily like that design, nor did I like the way the graphics were, but it worked, right? So I'm gonna have to give that maybe, I think maybe a 12. I think that's roughly a 12. The game mechanics here, this is tough. This is a tough call. The game mechanics in this game kind of threw me off. And the reason why it threw me off is because of its combo system. You know, there's nothing necessarily wrong with the combo system that's there, but it's more so like how you do with Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 4, you have combos, but it's based off of how many times you can get hits in a row without getting hit yourself, without a long break in between. And that's exactly what's happening here. It's like how many hits can you get in a row before they hit you back? And then if you wait for a long period of time, it's gonna reset the combo. It doesn't do it based off of, hey, this person is still in hit stun, and you still are able to get more hits while they're in hit stun. So I thought that was really interesting in this game, and I think I like that, but I don't. It's a weird, like, I enjoy doing it that way, but at the same time, that's not what I do traditionally. So I was like, oh, I don't like that, but I'm enjoying. Like, does that make sense? Like, you can like something while still saying it's not good. It's a very weird system, but I'm for it. I think I'm willing to give that system like a 20, because it also had fatalities, if you want to call it fatalities, or this overdrive system. It had supers. It had all sorts of really good stuff in there. You were able to read, like, hey, this person, I blocked, you know, one of their moves, what their special move, and now it's my turn to attack. You can see and read that. But in general, I think that's something that could be worked on just a little bit more. Let's give that a 22. Game design. Now, I think that's something that's cool. I think they did a phenomenal job with the game design in this game. Most people will say that there was no effort into the game design that was there. And I think there was. From, you know, moving from screen to screen, you know, hey, this person is in this location and they move this way on the screen. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought when you unlock a character, the screen crumbles and that character comes visible. I think that's really cool. And the character intros talking to each other, I think that's cool. There was a lot of cool things that were in place. And for that matter, even the little fatalities that are there, those were cool. They kind of remind me of X-rays from Mortal Kombat. So I think I'm going to get this one a little bit higher. It's a 13. I think that's a solid score for this, right? I think that's solid. Character customizations, options, it's just palette swaps. There's not a lot that's right home to. You're just changing a little bit of the colors there. That's a 5. I can't give it higher than that. The music's freaking great. 13. That's an easy 13. Outro and game endings, it does have that. But it's not phenomenal, but I see where they were going at with it. It actually, like, really try to flush things out with its story and all that good stuff. So I gotta give it its props there. So let's give that a 12. Replay value, I think that should be kind of high. I think that's probably a 16. Because you gotta unlock all the characters with a different person each and every time. I think that's worth redoing over and over and over again. I think that's cool, but I think this leads into the overall look and feel. Do I want, like, outside of the replay value and being able to unlock everything, once I unlocked everything, am I good? And like, do I want to play my friends in this? I don't think so, right? Like, once I'm done, I'm done. So it gets a higher replay value because you can unlock things. You can go into survival mode. You can go into gauntlet mode. There's a whole lot of different modes and extras that you can do in this game. But bringing it all together, I'm gonna have to give it a 28. It's not a pretty game. It's fun, but I'm gonna prioritize other games over this one right here. It just is what it is. You know, I'm gonna prioritize a lot of stuff over this. So overall, good look and feel is a 28. That's not a failing grade necessarily, but it's decent, right? Additional gameplays and modes. It has survival mode. It has gauntlet mode. It has versus. It has arcade mode, and it has a little bit of extra. It has a lot of extra stuff in there. So I'm gonna give it 3. Again, it's nothing to write home to, but it's extra credit. We're gonna give it a little boost. It has a story. I'm gonna give it a 4, even though arcade mode and story mode are like within the same thing and intertwined. I'll give it a 4. Online gameplay, no, it does not have that. You're just gonna have to sit next to your friend. It just kind of is what it is. And then, was it good for its time? It's a 0. It's 2020. At this point, anything that's like 2015 on back is gonna, we can talk about, like, hey, was it good for that time period? But this isn't a time period piece. 2020 is still fairly fresh. It's still fairly new. So we're gonna have to give that a 0. And now let's see what the score is. A 155 out of 215. That's a C minus. C minus. I don't. That is not a bad score. That is not a bad score at all. It is worth playing. It's worth getting down with. You can't be mad at that. I mean, a C is passing. There's so many other games that are not passing the test right now, and I think that's one that passed the test. So it's worth playing a little bit. You know, it's not nothing I'm gonna sit there and go, hey, bro, you have to play this game. But just to say you play it, yeah, I could like, yo, I played King of the Streets. I played King of the Streets. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I stand at with this. I don't know if I'll be able to recommend this to a friend, but if a friend came over and I was just like, hey, I'm bored, you want to get a beer and play video games? This is that game. This is that game. So with that, guys, let me know in the comments below how you feel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Success and victory, don't block with your face, and I will see you guys on the next time. Peace out.
We're called